DTFX.
Once again, here is Drinking and Talking Fantasy Football with your hosts, Dustin Lunt and Jake Trowbridge.
Welcome in to another episode of Drinking and Talking Fantasy Football. I'm Jake Trowbridge here with my co-host with the most. I get to say it this time. Dustin Lunt, a.k.a. at FFDustyDog on Twitter. Sir, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I am terrific, Jake. Thanks for asking. I am, day 4 into our district spring break, so I'm off of work for a full week. I've been drinking since noon, and I am feeling great, and I am excited for this episode tonight.
Well, I think you are primed and ready to go. You might have all of the answers then for this very special episode, this fantasy football quiz show, if you will. But you can't play by yourself because that wouldn't be fun. I mean,
well, it can
maybe.
be fun.
Okay, but not how we're going to do it. Not lively broadcasted. That's for sure. So we brought on two very special guests to help us out here. Welcome in to Mike Fiala at Daddy's Home FF and Linda G at Lindellians on Twitter. How are the two of you doing? Welcome back to the show, you guys.
Well, we got a masturbation joke right out of the gate. And we get day drunk Dustin, which I feel like is a pretty big win.
Yeah,
hard to be mad about that.
It definitely is.
It really is. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Not having Haley Steinfeld here is slightly disappointing. At least for me, in a completely sexual way. But otherwise, it's a pretty good start.
Look, I still maintain that we could get not Haley Steinfeld, but maybe Jerry Seinfeld by the end of this thing. I don't know. We might be on speaking terms again. I sent his agent a message. We'll see if he pops in. He might be here for the final round. I can't say.
I still don't think you understood my ask and the reason behind it.
No, I really don't. And just because of your history with answers to things, I'm going to steamroll right past it. I'm just going to blow past it. I don't want the explanation. I don't think I can handle the explanation, nor can anybody else. But before we jump right into all of this stuff, because I got questions for y'all. I got real questions for y'all. But my first question, as always, is what are we drinking? Let's start with you, Dustin, since you are like 9 deep at this point, apparently. What are you
I didn't say 9 deep. I mean, come on. I'm drinking homebrew, my Imperial breakfast stout with coffee, vanilla beans, bourbon barreled chips, wood chips in there to give it that extra little flavor. It is delicious.
A little extra chippiness. I dig that. Mike, what are you enjoying, if anything, tonight?
So I'm actually just drinking water because I am detoxing from really hitting it hard in Aruba, regularly. And at this point, not only is my liver crying, I can't see my feet anymore because of the added weight gain and such. So what I've decided to do is hydrate slightly. For the time being. So that's what I did. I'm going to be drinking water today, which is weird because I'm going to do this completely sober and still probably question, your judgment on whether you should have brought me on the show by saying really inappropriate stuff.
Fair. Well, it's good to see it didn't take that away from you. Interesting that you drank so much your feet disappeared. That's how I'm going to remember that, by the way. Linda, what are you enjoying tonight?
I'm drinking Truly. If I could buy it by the keg, I would do that. They could sell me on that pretty easily, especially after the week I've had. I brought 5 back here for an hour show, so I should be in prime form by the time we log off.
All different flavors, same flavor? Are we rolling?
Some original lemonade, some strawberry lemonade, a pineapple one. We mix it up.
My jam.
I put a koozie on it anyway. They all taste the same by 5. So
that's fair. They should make kegs of that, by the way. Truly, if you're listening, there's your $1 million idea. Pony kegs, at least. Come on.
Yeah, just a little baby one. Little baby keg.
Party balls, great. We can do party balls. People enjoy those. They're fun sized. Throw them in a backpack. Just use it like a camelback.
what's the thing that the kids are doing these days? You know, the kids.
The Borg.
Oh my God, what are they
Borg.
called?
Oh,
I wouldn't
sorry.
do a board party.
I went a completely wrong direction there.
Dude, we're doing Borgs in Canton. Just get ready.
I don't know what
that
that
is.
is.
Yes.
I'm in.
I like that.
Yeah. I'm working on names. Like, I'm ready. I am so mad I missed the Borg craze in college because I would have taken that way too far.
What is this thing? I mean, I'm in regardless because you know me. I just say yes to things, but I still.
It stands for something, and I can't remember what it stands for. But basically, everybody makes their
blackout rage juice, something like that.
And everybody has their own. They get like a water, like a 2-gallon water, and pour some water out, and then they add like vodka or their Mio or whatever you want to drink. And then they like name it and decorate the jug, and then they just carry it around all night. So you have a personal cup with a lid, which I am 100% would have paid somebody for a fucking lid in college. And secondly, I get to dress it up. It's a theme. I'm all in. I'm all in on Borgs.
So I'm basically just making like an Everclear drink, but making it look pretty.
Yeah, but you get to name it.
That's nice.
You can name it. You can draw lightning bolts on it if you want. I mean, whatever you want. It's your Borg. You know,
I'll send you some TikToks.
What is best for your Borg.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you know, they'll be better than the usual lumberjack ones that you send me. So this will be at least, you know.
I just want everybody to see.
I do see it. I send back Haley Steinfeld, and we could both keep our own and be completely happy.
Again, I don't want too much more of an explanation. I don't think so. I'm drinking a chai stout, by the way. It's delicious. It tastes like chai and it tastes like stout, and it's from an unmarked can because the missus gets them from where she works, and they can do overfills, what they call overfill, at this a beer restaurant that she works at. They're like great, but she gets them for free because they're not quality enough for the regular, paying customers.
There is,
but I'm not a paying
unpack
customer.
there.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like the
poisoned.
Netflix thing that I'm watching, where the girl was doing meth while she was testing things in the drug lab. I mean, sort of the same. Like she was bringing her work home too, but different because it's not meth.
Okay. Yeah. It's adjacent. It's adjacent to that situation.
There's a Venn diagram where they do overlap at some point.
Very, very little overlap, but bringing work home.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's real quick before we get into the meat of this thing. Before we get into the quiz, the quizia. I'm not going to say trivia, but the quizia of it all. We're not going to do a drunk trade of the week. We would typically have a drunk trade segment here. In lieu of that, what I'm going to ask is for everybody to guesstimate how many of the trades you make in fantasy football are done while slightly inhibited. Let's start with you, Linda. If you had to guess what percentage of your trades are done under the influence, how many would that be?
Roughly all of them.
Roughly all of them. How many trades do you think you make in like a month?
I don't make that many trades. I don't like trading. I don't want somebody to then get on Twitter and be like, look at this dumb bitch that really screwed up this trade. I check with 48 people before I hit accept. And I'm always inebriated to some degree before I'm like brave enough to be like, just do it. What? So what if they talk about you?
That's right.
You just be sad for a little while.
I think I should check with 48 people before every decision I make while I'm drunk, by the way. So I like that a lot. Mike, what's your percentage guesstimate, would you say?
It's low. I take a train to work and, I people watch and just send out trades. I don't even really know where I'm clicking half the time because I'm just people watching. Like today, a guy fell asleep and woke up like exactly at his stop. It was fascinating. So yeah, stuff like that fascinates me. But yeah, so when you're on a train for an hour, you just send out a bunch of trades. And then I text my friends and I tell them they have a trade, like they don't have alerts on, and then harass them for the entire train ride. So I'd say like 15 to 20% of my trades inebriated, 80% bored on a train, basically.
You're just the mass trader. You're just the firing them out left and right.
Oh yeah, not
only in that hour.
Yeah, I try to twist people in knots. Like I just try to send out random stuff that makes no sense every once in a while. Like there's one guy I know that can't make a decision, so I'll send him 7 different iterations of the same trade just because I know it gives him anxiety. He's never going to accept any of them.
Am I the guy?
You're not, but I should. If we get back in our league, I'll make that happen. But yeah, so I sent 7 different options for the same player, and now he has the 101, so it's been amazing. So I send him like a trade a day for the 101, and they're all just slightly different. Sometimes they're worse. Every once in a while, they're better. Sometimes it's just Matthew Stafford straight up, and I giggle at myself on the train.
That person is going to force Sleeper to implement a block option in receiving just inbox messages from certain people. They're going to figure that function out just for you.
Good luck, Andrew. Sleeper follows me and doesn't know who you are. So,
what a flex. What a flex. Dustin, what percentage of trades would you say you have done under the influence?
37.
Specific.
It's a sharp number. That's a very specific number.
Yes.
And it's too much. It's not like you make like 3 trades a day then, because I can do that math. That's like 33.3% if it was 1 out of every 3. So it's close to 1 out of every 3, I guess is what I'm saying. My math isn't that horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I think I must be in the minority. I think the vast majority are like all done under that, because I too, Linda, lack the confidence to send out a trade unless I've been drinking just a little bit. So yeah, it's a necessary evil for me, which is why all my teams are garbage probably as well.
Yeah, it's when it comes to like cutting down day in some of my dynasty leagues, like, you know, when you have to like, first of all, I don't like dropping people because in my head I'm like, what if they know? What if they get an alert that's like you were just mass dropped on Sleeper? That makes me sad. So I hate that day, but like looking at some of my rosters this offseason, I'm like, I'm gonna have some options. Like it's gonna be okay.
That's the silver lining of it. All right. With that out, let's do this damn thing. So our 3 contestants, here's what's gonna happen for this quizia. We are gonna have 4 categories, 1 for each of the main fantasy relevant positions. I apologize, Linda. There is no kicker question. I'm so sorry. That's on me. Although maybe if we're all lucky, there will be a bonus question that will center around that. However, if it makes you feel any better, there's going to be 4 questions about quarterbacks, 4 about running backs, 4 about wide receivers, only 3 about tight ends, because fuck them. That's why. Because tight ends don't deserve 4 questions like the rest of them for fantasy football. So all I'm asking, we're gonna present the first question. I'm gonna let you see it on the screen. Even you're gonna write down your answer, and then when everybody's ready, we're gonna show it at the same time. Simply, you get 1 point per correct guess, and it's like trivia, basically. So let's start off.
Whoa!
I know you didn't know exactly what you were getting into when I said trivia, but here we go. So first question, everybody ready? It's about them dang quarterbacks. Only 1 quarterback threw for 5,000 plus yards last year. Who was it? I heard some very aggressive writing on Mike's behalf there. Some real, do you hold your Sharpie like this and etch it like into a wall?
It's actually a knife. It's not a marker.
It's like hieroglyphics in stone. All right. Does anybody need a little more? I should have had some music. I know how to do that. I know how to do music for the next one. Oh, my God.
Do we turn around yet? What are we doing?
Anybody need more time? Are we all ready to go? Give me the old thumbs up when we're all ready. All right. Flip over or show me on the screen your cards. We've got a Mahomes, and a Joe Burrow. Who is correct? It is Patrick Mahomes with 5,250 yards. That's a point for Linda. That's a point for Mike. Dustin, you're off to a bad start with Joe Burrow, although he was in the top 3 for total passing yards, so I can't really fault you that much for that. All right. Next question. This NFC quarterback had the highest completion percentage in the NFL with a minimum 100 passing attempts. It's an NFC QB. Highest completion percentage in the NFL. Minimum 100 passing attempts felt necessary to include here. I want to get rid of them pesky outliers. I heard the aggressive markings of Mike, so I know he's done. I know he's completed it.
I'm between two though, and it's really irritating me.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide which one I want to put. Fuck it. We'll go with a bit.
Bucket's the right way to go with this, I think. All right. Everybody, thumbs up if you are ready.
Not really, but whatever.
As ready as you will be. Everybody, please show your answers. We've got Kirk Cousins, Brock Purdy, and Jimmy G. We have a smattering, a cornucopia of quarterbacks. None of them happen to be the correct answers.
That was the other one I was going with.
Evan Smith.
That was the other one I was going with. Oh,
I hate this game.
Whoo-wee. Geno Smith, can we all just take a quick moment to appreciate what Geno did this last year?
Yeah, I'd appreciate it more if I got it right, but
that was the one I was going between. I knew Geno had big numbers. I'm pissed. I don't want to play anymore.
You're
game.
tied for first, Mike. You're tied for first.
I should be in first. I screwed myself again.
We can talk about that later, I guess.
I thought we talked about it earlier. I want
to know the physics of it all for this one. Just inquiring for a friend. Question number 3. 2 quarterbacks were sacked more than 50 times last season. One of them was Justin Fields. Who was the other?
I think I know this one.
You can do some daydreaming in the background. Yeah. As we wait. It's like a Garden State song, it sounds like. A little bit. I'm going to stop that.
That song wishes it was a Garden State song.
True story. Anybody need any more time for this one? Are we ready to rock? All right. Flip over your answers, please. We have Trevor Lawrence, Russell Wilson, and Joe Burrow. Spoiler, one of you is correct. It is Russell Wilson with 55. Tied with
it's
Justin
just because
Fields.
That was a really, really long season for me. And, that's the kind of thing that really imprints on your soul as a person.
How excited are you for the arrival of Sean Payton then?
Stuck somewhere between why am I still getting excited 5 years down the road and we're going to win the Super Bowl. So pretty, depends on the day.
Very wide range of emotions. I think pretty typical for somebody in this situation of fandom. All right. Linda takes the lead, by the way. 2 points for Linda, 1 point for Mike. Dustin's still trying to get on the board. I think you can do it with this next one. The last of the quarterback questions. Here we go. This AFC quarterback led the league in yards per attempt, yards per completion, air yards per attempt, and air yards per completion. So no funny business with yak is what I'm saying here. AFC quarterback led in all 4 of those categories. Can I tell you how much fun I had looking up these questions, knowing that I wasn't going to be on the receiving end of them? It made me happy. Made me very happy. AFC QB. I'll tell you, it was not Mike White, if that's helpful at all. It was not Mike White. We'll eliminate one name. All right, thumbs up if we are ready to go. All right, answers, please. We have Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow. Nobody gets that one. It is Tua Tagovailoa.
What?
Yes, he led all of those categories Nobody
Minimum
thought
25 passing. Like what the?
minimum 3 passes per game. He just met the criteria for it. Is anybody excited for Tua this upcoming season? Is anybody drafting Tua like heavily this upcoming season?
Yeah, why not? He's cheap.
He's cheap and he's throwing to 2 really good players, but like I think you have to admit that maybe it's a little not great.
Risky.
Mm-hmm.
It's not great.
Maybe
but
they'll
I'm
work on
hoping
that
it's a
offensive
Brandon
line.
Cooks type situation.
Of it's just done and behind him, no more
Yep.
concussions.
He had the one bad season where it's all the concussions and then never had to talk about it again.
That would be nice. Mike White is backing him up now in Miami. That was my little hint that I tried to throw in there. It didn't work, obviously, but I tried. I'm gonna try to be sneaky like that sometimes. So we'll see. We're moving on to the running backs now, excluding Week 18. It's a fake week. It doesn't count for fantasy football. This player is the only running back to finish every other week with double-digit PPR points. Heavy emphasis on the PPR. Everything but Week 18. Only guy to do it in any backfield, anywhere, in the universe.
Keep going.
In the vast expanse of space. Eat your heart out. Eat your heart out.
Eat your heart
Elon.
on.
Eat your heart on. I was looking into Mike's eyes and it just came out. I don't know what to say.
Off the rails. We are off the rails.
I was going to say, eat your heart out, Elon Musk, and then that came out instead. I don't know. It's hard. All right, everybody good to go.
We know.
Thumbs up.
As good as we can be.
Everybody show your answers, please. We have Austin Go Bolts Eckler. We have CMC and we have Eckler. Correct answer is Austin Eckler. CMC was very close.
I didn't want you guys to feel bad because you were losing, so I gave you one.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks. I did feel bad. I'll take sympathy wins all day.
Every day.
It's very sweet of you. Austin Eckler, if he gets traded, because he wants out, right, supposedly, if he gets traded, is there a single team where he would be better off for fantasy, in anyone's opinion?
Absolutely not.
Can I tell you my concern with Austin Eckler, even if he doesn't get traded real quick while we don't answer questions, is that I think he was a very big product of Joe Lombardi's offense, and that offense will hopefully evolve a little bit. So it might not be the best place for him right now anyway.
Ooh, interesting.
Maybe there is no good place.
And he should sign with the Broncos. Bang, boom, boom, boom.
There it is. There it is. I also want, maybe Justin Herbert then like, woo, all the way up if they actually.
Well, if they let him pass it further than 3 yards downfield, we're already looking up.
And if Mike Williams could catch a pass without falling down.
And stay healthy.
Yeah.
What?
Just don't fall down every play. Like
that's
just
technique.
Just stay up. You don't have to high point everything, Mike. You can run under it and score.
He practices all of his catches on a trampoline, and I don't think he knows how to transpose that onto an NFL field. I think that's the problem.
I like the way you use the word transpose.
I don't even know if I used it right. Can I be honest? I don't even know if that was correct. But
I like the way that Linda said I only did that because I felt bad for you. Like I've never heard that before.
All the way right, but it's right enough that it works.
Oh my God. All right, next running back question. 2 running backs finished in the top 12 for fantasy in full PPR, despite having fewer than 200 carries. Name both. You will get a point per correct guess. Guess 2. If you get 1, you get 1 point. If you get 2, you get 2 points. And you know what? If you get none, I might give you a half point for pity. But we'll see. We'll see. Name both. Full PPR. Less than 200 carries. Fewer than 200 carries. My bad. See, that was a grammatic slip up right there. All right. Anybody need more time?
Me?
Okay. Fair enough. Should have given you twice the automatic allotment of time. since
Yeah,
it's two
that was
players.
faster than every other round, and we have to come up with 2 fucking names.
I like to play fastball. The band. I'm looking up actually right now fastball songs that I can play while we're waiting.
Do they have more than one? I thought they just have like
Yes.
The Way.
So they have so many songs.
Are you sure? Or is it just all different versions of The Way? Is
Okay,
it The
now
Way?
I'm
Is that their song?
Yeah, it is. But I
It's-
think that's fair, but also not fair at the same time because they are a great band.
If you say so. I just
Well,
I just
great.
love The Way.
Great because I really enjoy them.
Do you like Blues Traveler
because-
too?
I do.
Okay.
Saw them in concert. It was great.
Got a problem with Popper, my man? Huh? You got a problem with them harmonicas?
I don't. I'm just saying that they're basically fastball with the harmonica. If you think about it.
Where's the button? Where's the eject button?
There is
I
no
need to
button.
find-
Except
God
Fastball never had a song in a major movie.
They didn't?
They
I
might
don't
have.
even
I
know
think
who
The
got
Way
the
was
button.
probably The Way is in a movie somewhere.
I'm
That's
just
a-
more
that's a movie
thinking of
song.
Blues Traveler. They were the feature band at the end of Kingpin.
Oh. I just figured every band from the 90s was in that movie with Freddie Prinze Jr. I just assumed every band was
She's
at
All
some
That?
point featured.
Yeah, that
yes,
would make sense.
absolutely.
Banger of
Yeah.
a movie.
It's a
She had
fantastic film.
Banger of a
Glasses,
movie.
paint covered overalls. You change that out. Hot.
Yeah,
Who
I
would've
love
known,
the
though?
slight overlay of misogyny. I just eat it up every time.
Yeah. That was really
And
great.
the
Still,
choreographed dance sequence that everybody at the prom knew
Yeah.
instinctively.
Do
Did
that
you guys
dance I
see-
taught you. Thank
they
you.
like-
Sure.
They like gender switched it, and so now there's a he's all that, and it's just like the kid from Cobra Kai, and you're like, I'm supposed to believe that's not an objectively attractive person with the hair and the muscles.
They had to
It's just
put
a girl.
bigger glasses on him probably to get the
I mean,
point.
it was the
honestly,
weirdest
if they're
wig
going to
you've
remake
ever
that
seen.
movie, they should have used me in high school, and it would have been the perfect Cinderella.
They should have done it to Freddie Prinze now. They should have made him go through that part of it now.
The
Leave
the
Freddie
girl that
Prinze
gets made up with
alone.
in the movie, and Matthew Lillard is the principal in the new version. It's
Oh,
Okay, I'm into that.
awful, but
I'm
so
I'm
good.
gonna
No,
watch
I'm
it though.
Yes,
I'm
you
gonna-
should.
I'm absolutely going to.
Okay, I'm ready now.
All right, cool.
All right. All right. We're going to get back to Freddie Prinze Jr., don't you worry. But for now, everyone show your answers. 2 running backs finished in the top 12 in PPR despite having fewer than 200 carries. Dustin says Jamal Williams and CMC. Linda says Tony Pollard and Aaron Jones. Mike says Austin Eckler and Travis Etienne. The correct answers are Tony Pollard and Leonard MFN Fournette.
Son of a-
193
Jamal
and
Williams is a
189
good draw.
carries. So
I thought they
Linda
had to
gets
start with
gets
E.
one. You
I
thought
thought
they
they
had to start with E?
That's start with E. I wasn't diving deep into the well on that one. I was like, let's take little running backs that start with E and see what happens.
this is not Jeopardy.
Oh,
I didn't
love
understand the
that.
category. That's my bad.
I might come up with a bonus question that just has that factored in. We'll see. We'll see here. All right, we're moving on to another running back question. Answer possibly ends with E. We'll see. But Jamal Williams had the most rushing touchdowns with 17. We know this. But which running back had the most receiving touchdowns in the NFL? That's the question.
This feels like a fucking trap.
Yeah, I feel like I can't use Eckler 3 times in a row.
Has it worked for you thus far?
Once.
Okay. And you're going to ride that train all the way to the station.
Just saying, there's a possibility that I would just flip the page and show you something I wrote earlier.
Hey, that's reusing paper. That's just
We get to
being
tight ends, and Mike's
environmental.
just still writing Eckler.
Just Eckler. It could be Eckler. We don't know for certain.
It's true. It could be anything. Could even be a boat, as they say, but it's not. The answer is not boat.
All right, so
All
it's
right.
receiving touches. I didn't write anything, so I was too busy joking.
Well, it's not
around.
boat, so
You already wrote Eckler.
It could be both, though.
Ooh, I know what to do.
no. Jake just explicitly said it's not a boat. So
I gave the clue for this question. You have to
Okay.
listen, Dustin. Jeez, I was very clear about that. It's not boat.
I wasn't
It's also
listening.
not anything that rhymes with boat. So if you were thinking, there's my clue. It's not boat, but it's a rhyme of. It's not. Stop it. That's not true. I don't know if anybody that rhymes with boat, but now I want to find one.
Schmidt.
Jared Goats, running back for Miami.
Jared. Oh, Dokes.
Dokes. Is that it?
It's
I don't
close.
know.
It's a near rhyme. It's a near rhyme. All right. Anybody need more time for this one?
I have no
Good to
idea
go.
on this one.
All right. Answers up, everyone. We have Aaron Jones. I can't read your hashtags.
I
Dustin,
said
you
hashtag
always-
not correct.
Oh, okay. Aaron Jones and 2 CMCs. Let's look at the correct answer. Jarek McKinnon for 9 touchdowns. That
Oh, I
dude had
forgot
9.
about that. He had like 7 in the last 2 games.
It was wild. Nobody
Son
saw
of a
that go.
Biscuit.
Not even Jarek McKinnon, I don't think. So
not
no
even his
points.
Parent, yeah.
Still didn't see it.
Right. Last one up for running backs, and then we get to move on. This running back racked up 2,000 plus scrimmage yards to lead the running back position. The only person to crack 2,000 plus scrimmage yards.
That's me buzzing in. I buzzed in.
A running back.
I was just using the same piece of paper.
Again, you are thinking about the trees. I love and respect you for that, Mike. You're on it. You're on it. 2,000. There's some. No, I'm not going to give that. Nah. I want to give clues, but all my clues are basically just the answer. And I don't think that's how you're supposed to do this.
Don't give
That's
clues.
the game's
I want a
name.
chance to actually like catch up here.
All right. Okay. Anybody need more time for this answer? All right. Answers up, please. We have Saquon Barkley, hashtag not terrible. We have Josh Jacobs, and we have Travis Etienne. One of you is correct, and only one of you,
It's me.
obviously. It's Josh Jacobs with 2,053 yards. More than Derrick Henry, more than CMC, more than everybody. That's because that was the question. So to recap after the first 2 rounds, and there will be plenty of time for folks to catch up, so don't you worry. Linda is in the lead with 4. Mike has 2. And Dustin has a gentleman's 1. He's on the board. He's ready. He's fired up. The 12th drink will be the charm. I'm sure of it, Dustin. All right, we're moving into the wide receivers.
I forgot they even played
Actually,
football
before we
last year.
move on from Josh Jacobs, are we in agreement? Like, he can be a top 5 guy again this year on the franchise tag? Does anybody disagree with that?
Yeah, he blocked me on Twitter, so he can suck it.
Oh, so he's like bottom 12.
Yeah, I don't care what happened to Josh Jacobs. I'm the only thing he blocked all year, prick. Sorry. No, I deserved it. I deserved it. I was an asshole. Not to him. He shouldn't be name searching. I was an asshole to Dynasty Jacobians. So in fairness, I'm not sure.
I thought you made fun of him for having 2 first names, and that's why he blocked you.
Yeah, no, I forget what it was, but yeah, no, it was a lot of things. Him and Mike Gesicki probably should block me, and Preston Williams. I've had some jokes.
It's a
Preston
miracle that Nicole Hardman hasn't blocked me. Like, that man does not name search because I would be blocked.
I'm waiting for Kyler to block me, but I'm not sure that he can see the jokes that I'm making about him. I don't know what he's doing.
It's going to make an easy short joke. That's not the way. We're going to be classier than that for right now. Maybe till the end of the show. I don't know. Wide receivers, though. We're moving on. First wide receiver question. This is the comeback, maybe. Justin Jefferson finished the season as the wide receiver 1 overall in PPR, but which wide receiver finished as the wide receiver 1 in points per game? It's not Justin Jefferson. This is not a trick question. Which receiver?
PPR, PPG, a lot happening.
So
did they play
PPR.
1 game?
So Justin Jefferson finished overall most points.
Please tell me it's Mecole Hardman.
Which wide receiver finished as the wide receiver 1 in points per game? This person did not play the entirety of the season.
After I write down the answer, could you not give any more clues? Because you just kind of screwed me pretty good on that one.
That's kind of what it means, though. It's built.
I know,
into
but
the
you didn't have to
phrasing
explain
of the
that. Linda's like 6 True Leaf deep, and she's winning.
Okay,
I got this one right
is
too.
definitely Mecole Hardman.
Okay,
It's
can we just show the
1000%.
answers because you gave everybody the damn.
Giving you. Everybody show your answer. There we go. Did anybody?
Good job, Dustin.
Yay for me.
Look, I needed to help Dustin out, Mike. Okay, I had to. It was my duty as the co-host.
And in total fairness, I knew that one without any hints.
There you go. You keep saying that, Dustin.
That's the only one for the night, though.
No, you're going to get this one
right
too.
there.
Everybody's going to get this next one as well. We're going to keep the streak alive.
Probably not.
This 24-year-old wide receiver led the position in yards per reception. 24-year-old wide receiver led the position in yards per reception.
I don't know how old people are.
Well, then you don't get to use that part of the question, I guess, Mike. You have to figure it out without that hint.
It's just nothing but a number to me. I just like people to live their lives.
Unless they're Josh Jacobs.
This sucks because
Or Mike Gesicki.
like 8 years in a row was Will Fuller, and now we're stuck. And it's not Will Fuller anymore because he only has 9 fingers, which JPP would be thrilled about. So, I mean, he's got that going for him, but this is brutal. 24.
Will Fuller is not 24 years old anymore.
I'm ignoring the age. I don't know how old people are. Like,
Yeah. Will Fuller could
they're
be
all
24.
younger than me, which hurts my heart a little bit. So.
And they all look young too, and they're very attractive compared to, you know, the normal human being.
Fair.
It really is unfair. You have athleticism, and you also got that face. Get the fuck out of here, man.
And money.
What are you
Don't
doing
forget money.
Oh my God, I was trying.
Yeah. Can we just give our answers and hope for the best?
Is everybody good? All right, answers up. We have DK Metcalf. Hashtag, I don't know. I can't read that.
Not with Russell Wilson.
Okay, Jalen Waddle and AJ Brown. Once again, one of you is correct. And once again, that person is Linda. It is Jalen Waddle, 18.1 yards per reception.
Now, listen, do you want to know why I knew that?
No.
You gave a hint when Tua was the answer 2 things ago.
That's true.
Context
Look at that
clues.
memory,
Looking
baby.
back.
She is ticking.
I need to start drinking. I am terrible at this sober. This is like
I'm not
cool
doing any better with
dark.
the drinking, so it's not that.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
I just opened my third truly since we sat down, so things could go south any moment.
Well, let's see if it helps propel you into this one. It might. This AFC wide receiver had 16 red zone targets and 0 MFN touchdowns. This is the only player that had at least 10 red zone targets and didn't score once. AFC wide receiver. Didn't score. Got all them red zone targets. Did nothing with them. Who's this fool who's better at football than 99% of the population?
Can we just show it?
No, Mike, you have to wait for everyone to be done.
I feel like if this was that game where like the points tick off by time, I'd be smoking everybody right now. Because I put no thought into it. I just write names down.
You'd still be guessing Austin Eckler just for the efficiency of it.
Yeah,
Like it's gonna land. Gonna get the points.
It worked once.
Everybody good? Anybody need more time? All right, answers up, please. We have Juju Smith-Schuster, hashtag something hates me.
Mahomes hates me.
Gotcha. We have Dropson and we have Deontay Johnson. Linda and Mike guessed the same person, and they are correct with Deontay Dropson Johnson.
You know that the only time I've ever made a joke that pissed somebody off enough to report me on Twitter and I wasn't allowed to tweet for 12 hours was when I was making fun of Deontay Johnson. So I have beef. It wasn't even him. It was just like one of his fans.
Random guy. I'll tell
Was
you,
it a
Pittsburgh
Dropson
fans
joke?
are pretty soft, to be honest.
I said that, okay, you know in Mean Girls when he's like, she's a stupid skank bitch or whatever when she's like writing in the book. I used that line when I was talking about DeAndre Drop. I really just rolled up the tongue.
You're getting your 12-hour suspension back. So enjoy that.
Anyway, somebody reported me. That shit sucks.
What is wrong with people?
They stand for their players and they stand for them hard.
Mhm.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Extraordinarily hard.
I got into a Raider Nation, which is hilarious because you're a bunch of losers who paint their faces and live in your mom's basement. I'm like, bring it. I'm not going to lie. Since you don't own a car, you can't touch me because I'm in a different state. Get your mom to put you in, buy you an Amtrak ticket, losers. And I was right about Darren Waller. He was trash after that.
Oh my God. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Well, now we've got Steelers and Raiders listeners just bailing left and right, but we'll hold on to everybody else for now.
They're just bailing because their mom had to make a phone call and they have dial-up internet. Losers.
I think we can piss off at least 3 other fan bases with this next question. So we'll see. But it also gives an opportunity for a lot of points. A lot of points with this particular question.
Okay.
In PPR formats, 5 pairs of wide receiver teammates finished inside the top 20. Name all 5 pairs. You get 1 point per correct answer. You will get plenty of time for this one. So let's see what Dance Pop has to say.
I'm going to need a lot of time for this one.
Oh.
It's been so long since I thought about football. I don't know if I know 5 teams.
That's where I'm struggling right now is which 5 teams do we even have?
Yeah, you don't need to name the pairs themselves if you don't want. If you just put the team, I'll get it. I'll understand. Acoustic Cinematic, what do you bring to the table here?
I have 4, but I fucking don't know.
I only have 2 right now. I am struggling.
I've got 1.
Good.
Which sounds about right.
Good.
Anybody remember that episode of Friends, if you're old like me, where they're trying to name all 50 states within a certain time limit, and Phoebes gives up. And she says, oh, I stopped doing that. I tried to name all the different types of celery. And so far, I came up with 1, regular celery. You are Phoebe right now, Dustin. You have switched to celery.
I feel like it.
If you write down celery as one of the answers, I might give you a half point just for that. If you want to chance it, you can either take a real guess and get maybe 1 point or maybe 0 points, or you can take the half point with regular celery.
If you want to get someone in the giggles, put the Bears down because they haven't had anybody touch the top 20 in like a decade. Losers.
Okay, now, see, that's what I can get on board with.
The 5th one.
I'm thinking of a 5th one too.
The 5th one is not necessarily obvious. Not necessarily. But potentially.
Why are you saying necessarily like that?
I don't know, because I have so poorly enunciated so many other words tonight. I wanted to hit that one out of the park. And for what it's worth, I think I might have.
5's too many. I got 4. That's going to have to just be it.
I have 4. No, I need more time.
You can take a random stab in the dark guess. You don't get any negative points for incorrect guesses. So,
and they have to be wide receivers, right? We're not no tight ends.
Correct. Only receivers.
Huh.
Top 20 fantasy finishes in full PPR.
Oh God, I'm missing one, and it's killing me.
Mecole Hardman is once again not part of the answer.
If I get all 5, can I have a fucking cookie or something? Do I get a treat?
I'll mail you a cookie.
I think you get a cookie if you get all 5. I'm just trying to think of all the NFL teams. Like I'm bringing up just NFL teams to see if I know any of them.
Who is it? Who's the one that's over in Ohio again? Fuck, there's 2 of them? That's bullshit. Also, Ohio should not have 2 NFL teams. Can I get people to join my my team with that? My hashtag?
Yeah, you can. All right, are we done? Because I don't even know how you're going to be able to read it. You want us to read our answers?
No. Well, we'll see. I'm going to do this one at a time. Actually, no. You're all going to hold them up, but I'm going to go through one at a time and mark down points first. All right. All right.
Oh, I didn't write their names. What the fuck?
I wrote
Dustin, what's the bottom one? Dustin, what's the bottom one? Okay.
Allen and Williams.
All right.
Chargers.
And I'm moving over into Linda territory here. All right. And Mike, you have Wow, one
Godwin
person
and
guessed
Evans.
all 5 teams. And
Oh, please let it be me.
Wait.
Please
Pause.
let it be
Before
me.
you say it, I need to ask Mike a question.
What?
Mike,
Yeah.
you have Dolphins,
Yeah.
Bengals,
Yeah.
Eagles,
Yeah.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Who's your 5th team? You have Godwin and Evans?
Bucks. Yeah.
Okay, I have San Francisco.
I almost
couldn't
went
decide
San
which one to
Francisco.
write down.
I couldn't either, and I almost went San Francisco, and I almost went the Chargers. So I have
Dustin,
faith
I
in
got
all
bad
of us
news,
right
brother.
now.
I don't think you're the all right one.
Are we ready for this? The 5 combos are Hill and Waddle, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, and Mike Evans and Chris Godwin sneak into the top 20.
Oh, so close.
Mike nails all 5 and gets the cookie. I'm going to mark cookie down on your score sheets.
I just want to say I'm happy I came up with 4 of the 5.
I legit don't even care what the final score is. Like, that's the coolest thing that's going to happen tonight if Haley Stein.
What was your 5th one, Dustin?
The Chargers.
No Chargers involved in this, unfortunately. Mike, you get a cookie. The bad news, it's going to be oatmeal raisin. So I'm sorry.
That's not bad.
No, that's torture. That is the imposter of cookies.
Oh
Whoa.
no!
I have plenty of fiber in my
Get your
diet.
cookie.
Give me something tasty.
Whoa.
Fine. Okay, I'll do chocolate chip plum, but that's my final offer.
Mike,
All right.
I'm going to have a special treat for you at the expo.
I'm going to get mad.
That sounds
okay.
Yeah. All right.
Do you guys need to figure out room arrangements now? Or?
Just a reminder, I got all 5. So no matter what happens for the rest of the night, that just happened.
It did happen. I'm going to give the updated scores here as we move into the tight end round, the final 3 questions.
I'm still really mad.
Yeah, you are. I
we
only picked up 1. Of course, you're still winning.
Dustin with 6 points.
Yay.
Mike with 9 points after that total of 5 and 9 points in a cookie. And Linda has 11 points heading into the tight end questions.
Getting
so
close.
let's do this thing.
I don't know any
I'm not
tight
going to
ends
lie. If it's not Kelsey, we're all screwed.
Who scored more PPR points? This is a either or. Travis Kelsey or the trio of Jordan Akins, Robert Tonyan, and Hayden Hurst.
Come on.
Either or. Travis Kelsey or the trio. And you can just write down trio if that's your answer, by the way. Don't have to write all those names. That would be obnoxious. You all guessed Travis Kelsey. You are all incorrect. The trio put up 338.4 points. Travis Kelsey, a lowly 316.3 points. How could you possibly even get that wrong? It was so obvious.
So obvious with those like 50 points from Big Bob Tonyan in there.
That made the difference.
He had like a gentleman's 90 or something like that. I don't know. It was there. They were actually all clustered very close together. That's the only reason I picked those 3 names. I'm pretty sure they finished back to back to back. It wasn't great. Jordan Akins had the most out of the group, by the way. That's wild.
I was going to say, I feel like Jordan Akins had like a little streak of like positive games.
Yeah,
wheels up for Dalton Schultz, man. Here we go.
Yep, Dalton Schultz is going to lead the Texans in targets and score 1 touchdown.
Next year, he could be the guy with 98 fantasy points. It would be amazing. All right, question number 2 for tight ends. Who scored? Oh, no, that's the same question. You guys want to take another sandwich?
Trio.
Everybody's right. Cookies for everybody.
I'm still going Kelsey.
You won't trick me. All right, 2 tight ends averaged at least 5 receptions per game last year. 1 was Travis Kelsey. He is not the answer. Please don't write Travis Kelsey. Who was the other besides Travis Kelsey? 2 tight ends averaging at least 5 receptions per game. Non-Kelsey qualifier. I had to feature Travis Kelsey in some way, shape, or form in every question here because, respect and all that. But, man, really has a monopoly going. All right, anybody need more time? Everybody good. Answers up, please. We have Mark Andrews, #Ravens hate wide receivers. We have George Kittle, and we have Ingram Coop. Yeah, he really nailed that one.
I had Ingram. Ingram was my other guess. I'm going to be so pissed.
No one is correct. It was TJ Hawkinson, just barely crossed that threshold. So, like TJ Hawkinson, if he is back with the Vikings, is he an auto top 3 for tight ends? I have to abstain because I'm bad with tight ends.
Top 4.
I'd say top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5 won't get him into 3.
Believe it or not, though, that's what got me in trouble with the Raiders fans when I put Hawkinson ahead of Waller. Interesting.
How dare you? I just don't make decisions with tight ends anymore. I'm not allowed to after all of my terrible tight end takes on this show. So
this is true.
To ask the field about that. All right.
So we're doing this thing right with the last question's worth 3. So we have some intrigue, or can we like do a true daily double and I can bet like all 9?
Last question is legitimately.
That.
You kind of blew up my spot, man. But last question is legitimately a 5-point question.
Yes, I'm good at these.
Hypothetically, I think everybody's still in it. If my math doesn't suck.
No, I think your math.
This one is.
I think Dustin's out.
How dare you, sir?
I think at best you can tie, and that's just embarrassing.
You're gonna get 2 oatmeal cookies from me at the end. 2.
All right, this one is going to be a rough one. That's why it's worth so much. This, of all tight ends with at least 50 targets, this player recorded the lowest catch percentage at the position in 2022. Minimum threshold, 50 targets. So, like, you're a real tight end, not just like a lineman that occasionally has to get shoved the ball. That's the qualifier there. Of all tight ends with at least 50 targets, they recorded the lowest catch percentage, which feels like a crucial thing for tight ends. That's it. You just have to catch the ball, because then I get a point every time you do. All right. Everybody good to go here? No? Need some more time there, Linda?
If I just don't answer, does the game go on forever?
The game never ends.
Just abstaining from it altogether. If you
don't
need more time, that's okay.
fucking know, dude. I thought it was going to be like, name 5 players, and I was going to get a chance at some other. All right.
It's a one and doneer. It's a one and doneer. If I'd been thinking of this like a better host, I would have put the wide receiver question at the end, but I didn't. So,
I mean, you guys act like, do you all know the answer? The other 2 of you? You guys seem real confident.
Oh, I think my track record is pretty clear that I don't know shit about fantasy football.
I'm going to change my answer. That's how little I know. I'm going to change my answer.
It's not Austin Eckler. It's not Austin Eckler, Mike. Please.
I could name 4 tight ends off the top of my head right now.
So I have the backup to my answer on the other sheet. So if it's the backup, I'm going to be angry.
Don't ever show us the backup if that's the right one. Just pretend like, oh no, I got both wrong. And then swallow the anger and never let anybody see it. I've learned that's the healthy way to handle things, I think. We are not sponsored by Better Health.
What if I just write Travis Kelce?
Yeah. Go with it. Just save some paper. Or write trio. I mean, that was right earlier.
You're still salty about Jordan Akins. That's all it is.
A little angry.
Couldn't respect.
Was it Jordan Akins?
Just
I know who it wasn't,
Akins.
And it wasn't Jelani Woods. I don't.
Yeah, Jelani Woods. With Gardner Minshew, is Jelani Woods a weekly starter?
Well, hopefully it's not Gardner Minshew throwing the football.
But what if it is?
I'm going to draft him because why not? I don't know. I don't even have an answer.
No answer. You got it. Just write down a random guy, or Travis Kelce for that matter.
I wrote down a random guy.
All right, we ready?
I hope you wrote down literally a random guy. All right, Travis Kelce is not the answer. Njoku, you did spell that correct, actually, Dustin. And Austin Hooper are the 3 guesses. I put this one in here just to cause pain. It is actually Kyle Pitts, 47.5%.
Listen, I almost put Kyle Pitts as a bit, but I was like, he probably didn't have 50 targets, so I didn't. Like that's why I got talked out of it.
And I should have known that just based on our redraft team this year, Jake. Jesus.
Also, yes, you were following in the absolute pout of Linda happening right now. Mike, your backup answer, was it Kyle Pitts?
No.
Are you saying that because I told you not to and to swallow your anger?
No, it was Jonnu. I was just thinking of trash tight ends.
Well, Johnny was now overtaken Kyle Pitts, so you're going to have to remember his name next year.
Yeah, he'll be the answer next year.
Which
is awesome.
He'll be the guy. Well, we end this thing with Linda as the winner with 11 points. So congratulations.
You can't say that on live studio stuff.
Oh, I can't? Sorry, Jake. Sorry, Dustin.
I would do the whole show over again.
Mike, of all people, being the one to come in and pretend to be the heavy and monitor of what people can and can't say. Baffling to me. You're just mad you didn't say it first or didn't get to say it.
I'm not. I've been extremely disappointed since the beginning when I gave you my list of guest hosts I would like to see to be on with me and Linda, and neither Haley Steinfeld nor Ryan Reynolds showed up.
Sorry, nor Mina Kimes.
You brought us Dustin, who, with all due respect, I believe that Haley Steinfeld would have scored more points than you in this game. That's how bad it got.
That's fair. Fair. I have no comeback for that. Yeah.
This is what Dustin
But you should have seen me on like Real Jeopardy earlier today. I mean, I was knocking it out of the park.
Yeah.
You used up all of your...
You're one of those guys that had a really hot girlfriend at summer camp, aren't you?
No, I never went to summer camp, sucker. So there.
you just don't know her.
Goes
She's really
to a
hot.
different school.
She's from next town over.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm so thrilled with that. And I'm thrilled I didn't have to answer the questions. I just got to give them. That's my preferred thing with it. But you are all very good sports. So you know what? You're all getting cookies. Every one of you is getting a cookie after this episode. That's how much fun I had with this. And I hope you did too. I hope if you're listening to this, I hope you were frustrated just screaming that people get the correct answer and then screaming when they didn't. But also, don't lie. You probably looked half of them up because I can't see you and you weren't being monitored in the screen. So don't be a jerk about it. I don't know why.
I just want to say that I crushed the Josh Jacobs question. That was the only question that when you asked it, I was like, I know this answer. Like, I don't kind of know. I fucking know this answer. Only question in the whole game.
Yeah,
and I don't even know why. Like,
very confidently.
The
5 for 5 one, I didn't think I had. I thought you had it when I saw Debo and Ayuk. I'm like, damn, they were close, weren't they?
Oh, they were close. One of them got inside the top 20. I believe Debo was like right inside. Ayuk did not quite make the top 20, but
yeah, fucker. I'm writing
this
him a
is
letter.
Great. You should. Everybody write a strongly worded letter to all of the wrong answers, and then see how many people will block you on Twitter.
Hey, Austin Eckler, expect to get a few notes from this guy. And Austin Hooper. Basically, I'm just going to add every Austin there is. Austin and Allie's getting a text. Everybody's getting one. Just every Austin I can think of is I'm furious with at the moment.
Well, Austin, Texas should just close up Twitter tonight. Everybody, every single person in Austin.
Every person in Austin, Texas is screwed.
Well, this was fantastic. Thank you both for joining us. Dustin, thank you for even being here after drinking since noon. I appreciate that you just showed up. Really, that's all I expected from you, and you delivered.
Hey, I am the consummate professional here. I would not miss a show because of drinking. It's in our name.
It is. It is literally right in the name. All right. Well, before we part, I want you guys to tell everyone where they can find you, whether that's personally, whether that's professionally. I don't care. Just tell the folks. Mike, where can they find you?
Not in Austin, Texas. Fuck you people.
I have a sister-in-law who lives in Austin.
Well, tell your sister-in-law. Actually, Linda, you can play back what Linda says. I'm not saying it on the air. I'm not getting suspended this week.
Texting her right now and telling her, Mike says go fuck yourself.
Daddy says. Anyway, yeah, no, you can find me on Twitter sometimes. Not as much now because I'm not paying money, so you probably won't find me. But anyway, if you want to try, it's Daddy's Home FF. If you want to read something I've written, you have to go back like 6 months because I don't really do that as much anymore. And yeah, I did a wide receiver preview show on Fantasy Sanctuary on Sunday. So if you want to know what I think about rookie wide receivers, you can do that. Probably not great, but it's there. And Rich is really great. So you can listen to him say smart things and you can listen to me make jokes. And that's how the show goes. So yeah, and honestly, check out Linda. She's far more valuable than I am. I'm not great at this.
You're too humble. Everybody check out that wide receiver preview. And Linda, where can they find you?
Like Mike said, you can find me on Twitter. I'm really, the off season is not the prime content for like kicker content. Nobody's like out searching for it but me. And let me be frank, there is hardly any to read. So until the season starts, that's really when the content gravy train takes on a roll. And right now you can just find my daily thoughts on the old Bird app. Also not paying Elon Musk his $11 fucking. You can't have it.
It's mine. I need it for cookies.
Anything.
Hey, Jake, you can tell your sister-in-law if she wants to pay the $11, she'll get off my shit list.
Sending a follow-up text.
here's his Venmo, $11 a month should just about cover the anger at this point.
By the way, I can't believe we did not discuss the kicker trade that went down in the real NFL. That happened. It happened, and we didn't talk about it at all tonight. Can I get a parting thought from you on that, Linda, about a kicker trade that actually happened?
I mean,
I don't even know who it was. I apologize.
Zane Gonzalez was going to get dropped anyway. The Panthers had just signed whoever the hell was kicking for him last year, Eddie Pinheiro. I'm sure I pronounced that incorrectly. Just signed him to 2 years, so they were going to drop Zane anyway. I guess they get a pick out of the deal, but so did San Francisco because they sent the kicker and a pick. So good for them, I guess. But feels like everybody could have just waited. And especially not like the middle of the night when I'm drinking. That was not cool. Everybody was like, Linda. And I was like, I can't.
I'd rather talk about Billy Zane than Zane Gonzalez right now. That's where I'm at mentally. Oh, well, how about that movie, The Titanic? How about that film? We didn't talk about that at all either. Kate Winslet, Kate Winslet. All right, that's as good a place as any to end this show. Dustin, any parting words for our listeners?
No, just a normal thing, folks. Go out and follow my co-host at Jake Trowbridge on Twitter. Follow me at FF Dusty Dog. Tag us in the podcast at Drinking Fantasy. We love your drunk trades. We love to analyze them, make fun of them, talk about them. We'll tag you on Twitter when we do so. So please give us those. It's our favorite segment to talk about.
Absolutely.
And go out and give us 5 stars because, we want people to find us out there.
We don't have a lot of demands, but for every 5-star review that you send, we will send Mike 1 oatmeal raisin cookie. So if you could all get on that, that would be fantastic. All right. Until next time, keep drinking and talking fantasy football.
Cheers, FFers.